Delta team, capture the objectives. Securing Alpha.
Hey dudes, what's up dudes? JMO Cavalier here, and how's it going? It's been a long time since I've done a commentary, and I am trying out some new settings for this commentary, so hopefully everything goes well and I won't have to record it a bunch of times. I don't know how much, like, any of you guys deal with sore throats, but I know for me, like, whenever I talk too much, I get sore throats, and I've been talking a lot lately, and just like talking with friends and things like that, so it gets irritating for me when I'm talking for a long time without not talking, and so try to get this done in one take. Yeah, as I already mentioned, it's been a while since I've made a commentary. Essentially, life happened. I've been meeting a lot of new people, trying to get to know them. Been changing a lot about my views and outlook on life, and just there's been a lot going on. In addition to just kind of like a bunch of new stuff going on, overall there's been school, and finals are this week, or today actually. Got one left tomorrow, but not too big of a deal, and I need to take a break from studying and watching Fringe anyway. Another thing that's kind of added to that, there were so many games that came out this year, but yet I didn't really feel like any of them were good for gameplays. Modern Warfare 3 is kind of the exception, but I haven't been playing it that much. I spent probably a good month or so on the new Assassin's Creed, and as most of you probably know, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. And I've been playing Battlefield 3, but Battlefield 3 is just not quite as entertaining to watch as Modern Warfare 3. And then going right along with that, I've just been kind of disinterested in gameplay commentaries to begin with. Anyway, this year. I don't know, I've just kind of lost my appetite for watching them, and the thing with the videos that I make, I've been wanting to make some more in-depth videos other than just, throwing a 10-minute chunk of gameplay into a file and doing a voiceover and seeing what happens. And so that's been frustrating. I've been looking at new computers, and I did get a chance to use Lucius Shark's computer to make a video for school, and I really enjoyed actually working with a somewhat usable editing software as opposed to Windows Live Movie Maker, so that was good. But yeah, I just haven't really had that much of an urge to make a commentary, and I think I would have felt this way even if I hadn't been like kind of really deconstructing especially SOPA and PIPA in my imagination. I have no idea how you say that. PIPA. The Stop Online Piracy Act and the Protect IP Act. And I'm sure most of you, being that you are most likely tech literate and are interested in gaming, know what these bills are. And essentially, what's being proposed is legislation that allows for law enforcement to much more easily combat online piracy and intellectual property. But the thing is, the way that these bills are being proposed is extremely vague, and it's just not good at all for the internet. And I don't pirate anything. I don't use my computer really to do that much stuff that I wouldn't be able to do for free or legally anyway. But and that's fine. Like, if you pirate, I don't care. And that's what this legislation is trying to stop, and I agree with that. I mean, it is legal for a reason. Not that I have a personal problem with it, but I understand why these bills are being passed. But at the same time, the way these bills are being written and the way they've been proposed is in an extremely vague manner that's going to really kind of halt the way that the internet works. Now, I haven't been doing too many commentaries lately, but I've really taken a likening to Reddit. If you don't know what Reddit is, I'll leave you a link in the description, but I would be wary of going there because if you have addictive tendencies in your personality, probably not the best idea for you. And yeah, just kind of I've been spending a lot more time on the internet rather than just gaming, and I have been spending less time doing electronically based things anyway. We've got intramural basketball going on. I played a lot of golf. up until snow hit this year, and just kind of been busy and not had much to talk about in the realm of gameplay commentaries, and kind of just had a lot of things on my mind. I guess the main purpose that I wanted to have behind this video was to kind of address that, but also encourage you guys to, one, inform yourselves more about these bills that are being proposed right now in Congress, and two, get involved. I know when I first heard about this, would have been probably in December or so over Christmas break. I was planning on making a video and just never really got around to it. But I wrote a letter to the senator of Montana talking about my kind of reservations that I had over SOPA, because that was the one that was getting the most attention back then. And I'm sure I got an automated response or one from one of his aides, basically just saying that, and as far as I know from what I've heard from people, the response so far has been that most people support this bill because of the implications that piracy is having on the entertainment industry, particularly the movie industry and the music industry, but yet they don't support the other part of the bill, which normally would be encouraging. They can just rewrite the bill, that'll be that, things will go well, except the National Defense, I forget what it's called, NDAA, it stands for the National Defense, I don't know, I don't remember what it's called, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but basically that bill had some ambiguous wording in it that now allows for the indefinite detention of American citizens. And if that sounds kind of scary, it's because it is. I think, I don't know, it's not as though most people in America are overly satisfied with Congress right now. I personally can't take too much credit or blame or have that much of a say on it. I'm only 17 years old. I haven't been allowed to vote yet. I definitely am going to be much more informed when I vote this next election cycle when I'm 18, because I feel like it's irresponsible to vote for someone if you don't know the full implications of what that vote could mean. But yeah, it's just kind of been a rough political season, I think. The humongous joke on Reddit right now that I've seen multiple times is scumbag Congress, lowest approval rating ever, decides to censor the internet. And I really agree with that. Politics can be extremely frustrating and aggravating for me, and I'm sure they can for most other people with some intellectual capacity as well. I don't know. If you're not informed about this, get informed, and if you can, please try to do something about it. I know there's huge petitions being passed around right now, and you know, calls, emails, letters, it all helps, guys. I think you know, honestly, I am thankful for a lot of the things that I've been able to experience growing up in America, especially in more of a sheltered community. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of places elsewhere in the world that have things figured out much more than we do. And, you know, if SOPA, Protect IP, if they get passed, things are not going to be pretty. I think the internet's not going to be the same, and you know, I think a stand needs to be made now. And I don't know, this is just coming from a kid that's overly ambitious and optimistic about the internet and life in general, so hopefully you guys can take me seriously even though I'm just one voice in the crowd. But yeah, I guess there's about 40 seconds or so left in this gameplay. I might as well talk about that for a bit. I think my final score is 59-8. This is a regular domination on, I don't know, it's the construction map. I don't remember what it's called. I haven't been playing Modern Warfare 3 lately. My kill streaks were 3, 5, and 7. Kind of just a typical run around and see how many kills you can get game for me. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will leave some links in the description if you are curious to know more about Protect IP and SOPA. And yeah, thanks for your time. I hope to see you guys again sometime soon.